My vagina.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and I am so enthusiastic today. I want to thank you guys so much for the support, and I never thought that video would go so viral about the vegan teacher. I just want to thank you guys so much. I put my TikTok account in my bio for you guys to check out. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Granny today. Now, Granny, it was popular late back in 2020 or 2019 or sometime between that. But it kind of died out. I talked in my other video about how trends died, and that kind of has something to do with it, but it also had a lack of update that led to its downfall. You can see some gameplay of it. You basically run from an evil granny inside her house as you try to escape. It's a very fun and fascinating game if you think about it, but you know, it doesn't have like a good grip to people, I guess. The last update we got was a spider update, and that came out, I don't know, like 2 years ago, I think. So, yeah, it's pretty obvious how it died out, and I just want to emphasize of what Granny is and, you know, what caused its downfall. Granny is apparently based off a true story of a grandma that kidnapped his grandson, that abused him in the basement or wherever, and left him with no food. And every time he would make a sudden movement, she would beat him with a bat. This basically sums up the whole game of Granny, as if you make one sound, Granny will come rushing towards you and hit you with a bat. But why did it die out? Well, one thing is trends. Another thing is the lack of updates. However, it's also not, because people still play this game, by the way. People still make videos about this, so it's not technically dead, but it's not as popular as it was back in 2020 or 2021. I remember watching TikToks about those granny accounts, those preppy granny accounts.
Oh my gosh, oh my god, no. Please don't turn to Spider. Please don't turn. Please don't turn.
I know it looks like brain rot, but those are the videos I used to love watching back in 2020. And so I just find it really sad that my almost favorite game died out. I remember when I was like extremely young, I don't watch this dude anymore, but I used to watch Think Noodles play this game. I don't watch him anymore, obviously, because of the content he makes nowadays. But it's just sad that that game died out because of the lack of updates and the fandom, I guess. I don't really know. But what can we come from this? Like, how can we make this popular again? Well, it's not really us. The creator needs to add more updates and like encourage people to play it. Otherwise, people will just find it boring anymore and not continue to play it. That's my opinion. I think it's only a matter of time before the game becomes updated again, because eventually it has to become updated, because I don't think we're ever going to get Granny 4, because it just doesn't seem likely. Granny 3 didn't even make it on the App Store. So I'm curious about what the future has for Granny. But yeah, I don't really know what to say anymore, but what about let's talk about the Granny update. The Granny update was a spider update. I think I said that already. But you have to go through like this weird bookshelf, and then there'll be this girl in handcuffs just like hanging on the wall. And if you, I think, put the book down, then you can get a spider key. She'll like crawl, and then you'll get a spider key. Then you can go down, and yeah, then you can meet the spider, and that's another escape. This update didn't go so well. Actually, it wasn't like big to people. I don't think it was like huge. I think a few TikToks were made out of it, but I don't think like it did as good as the developers were hoping. So I highly doubt we'll be seeing much of Granny anymore. I think I'm fine with that. It's just sad that my favorite childhood game is like gone forever. Not forever, but like not as popular as in 2019. But what about Granny 2? Granny 2 is basically the same concept except with a new house and a new character called Grandpa. Grandpa can't hear, but he can see you very well. If you shoot Granny, then he'll come immediately to save his wife. You have to again escape the house from both Granny and Grandpa on whatever difficulty you would like. Now, Granny 3. Granny 3 is basically the same concept except it adds Slendrina. Slendrina, if you look at her for too long, you will die. You have to look away as quickly as possible before she kills you. However, if you can't barely move, so if you're in a situation of like Granny is behind you and you run into Slendrina, you can't move out like you're looking at Slendrina. So you have to like look behind you, then run. By then it's probably too late and Granny will probably catch you. That's what adds the hardness to Granny 3. And I don't think a lot of people liked it that much. I'm assuming some people played it, but not as many as like the original Granny. The thing about Granny is that it's only so limited. You can only do so many things with a game like that before it gets boring. And that's what happened. Like, they ran out of ideas. They ran out of updates. I hope we're gonna get Granny 4 someday, but it's not likely. But I just want to see those preppy accounts, even though it looks like brain rot. This was my childhood, I swear to God.
I was locked in a box again! Granny locked me in here because I laughed at Grandpa's funeral.
I mean, the videos are very interesting in themselves, but they're quite funny to me, actually. Like, I laughed at my grandpa's funeral, and now I'm stuck in the box. That's comedy for me. Obviously, don't laugh at your grandpa's funeral, but it's just the fact that, like, I don't know, I just get hit with nostalgia every single time. Yeah, that is just, like, amazing that those videos aren't a thing anymore because the preppy kind of died and now everyone's like, oh, emo and Y2K. I wouldn't say emo. I'm so sorry to everybody, but like most of the TikToks you see nowadays is like the cycle starts again after Sunday, or like me and bro after we get a dub in Fortnite be like, I just find those videos not very entertaining in my opinion. I want to see preppy Granny. I want to see more preppy, not Stanley and Drunk Elephant, because those aren't preppy in my opinion. They're not preppy enough. Because this is what I call preppy.
Let's play with the Badassi Preppy Granny!
I know it might look like the equivalent to Skibbity Toilet, but it wasn't really my childhood, to be fair. My childhood was Think Noodles and I don't know, just Roblox, I guess. That was my childhood. I don't want to imagine the childhood that kids have nowadays. I know I've seen those TikToks that save kids from Skibbity Toilet. We're not talking about that here. We're talking about Granny. But the subject is what happened to it. I explained it already. Trends and the lack of updates. Just, if you ever have a question, just remember that the developer ran out of ideas. He didn't, like, add onto it as much. And, it died out by itself. Over time, it took a while to die out, but, like, it eventually died out. I highly doubt we're gonna get, technically a real Granny 4. And I'm just answering all the questions that I repeated, but it's true. Like, we're probably never going to get Granny 4. And if you ever have the question of what happened to Granny and I want the Granny people back, it will probably never happen, unfortunately. The kind of horror games we have now are actually, like, kind of good. I know there's that, like, one Granny remake that's, like, super realistic and stuff. I think people moved on to that game instead of this. But it's still kind of sad to see it go, you know? Because, like, Baldi's Basics, Granny, and a bunch of other games were kind of my childhood back in 2011. And I just don't want to give it up. I mean, to be fair, I did watch that Hermit the Worm thing growing up. And that was kind of weird. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay to see, like, what Granny was like. And hopefully it comes back someday. I just want to thank you guys for all the support and likes I've been having recently. I've didn't really expect that vegan teacher video to blow up. I will make a separate video about this celebration I'm gonna do. And I thank you guys so much. I didn't expect me to even hit like 19 subscribers. And look at us now, we're almost at 20. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sorry this one was kind of bland. I thought it was going to be a good video idea, but bye!